value assigned and we are trying to print that variable, it will come as undefined. It is not defined yet. I mean, it is defined, but it hasn't been assigned with a value.
Okay, so then what is the difference between undefined and not defined?
I mean, not defined. Say we don't even have initiated the variable, giving it giving a variable name. We are defining it, but we are not assigning any value. But in the cases like we don't even assign a variable, but we are just trying to print it.
So for not defined?
Yeah, for not defined, that is that like we haven't even defined the variable.
Okay, so do you know what is for like hosting in JavaScript?
First thing is when say we are giving it as variable name or let and all. So instead of like using it in an I mean like we give it we assign the values by later part, but we are just asking to print it in the beforehand. Like console log is given for a variable, and then we are defining it as like let the variable name equal to some value. It will be hoisted to the top so that when the line console log comes, it will get printed the value.
So can a function be hosted?
Can a function be hoisted? No.
Function cannot be hosted?
Like we can call the function and I mean like actually yes we can like we are defining I mean wherever we in the same class or like in the same page we are having the function below and we are just calling it at the top, it can be accessed. Yeah.
Okay. So function can be hosted in JavaScript, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell me what are the methods of string you have used in JavaScript?
Okay, methods of string. Index of and you're asking like that, right?
Yeah, all the methods of string manipulation in JavaScript.
Okay. So considering string like splice and actually I'm like thinking it of an array.
No issue, no issue. Just so what does the splice what does this what does the splice method do? You told splice splice you have used, right?
It will split in and like no split the word and like it's mostly like an array. If we will use splice, it will split it like from say I'm giving 0, 2, then it from 0 it will split 2 until 2.
Okay.
Like that. And for string methods like 2 uppercase, 2 lowercase.
Okay, so in an array in JavaScript, if I want to insert an array element in the beginning of the array, so which method you use?
Shift and unshift.
Okay. So have you used reduce method in JavaScript?
Yes.
So what is the purpose of the reduce method?
So the purpose is to like say we have multiple values and we want a sum, or like we want to reduce all the values into a single value, we will use the reduce.
Okay. So can you so there is a link was shared with you. Can you open that link and write a program using this reduce function to I have given you an array. You have to give me the highest largest number in the array using this reduce function. Can you write it?
Sorry, yes, I can write it, but I just need you to repeat the question.
I have given you an array of numbers. You have to give me the largest number in the array.
Okay, sure.
Using this reduce function.
Or using reduce. Okay. Let me just think of it. Like largest number in that array.
Yeah.
Or sum of that array. Okay.
Largest number.
Okay, sure. So from the link, I just got this live coding word. That is the one, right?
Correct.
Okay. So array, can I know the value of array?
You can take any number like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, are you sharing your screen?
No, I was just going in that live coding.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was just coding here.
Yeah,
Can you see my screen?
I can see it now.
I think this is it.
Okay.
I have used reduced like to like add the entire array and like subtract them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you run it? Is there somewhere you can run it?
No, actually, this is like an ID there.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Should I open an online ID?
Yeah, let it be there. Just yeah.
Okay. So I'll just open.
Yeah. JavaScript online editor.
This is the answer.
Okay. So you are very good. You are good at React.js also, right?
Yes.
So can you tell me what are the hooks you have used in React.js?
Sure. So in React, mostly I have used use state, use effect, and use history.
Mm-hmm.
And
So when you use
sorry.
can you tell me how, when you use history?
Yes. So with the help of use history, we can go to pages like we can go back or we can push the user to the new page when he clicks on login or some other link. we can use that to move towards the next page.
Okay. So if I want
Yes.
to achieve the lifecycle methods of React.js using hooks, how can I achieve it?
Okay. I am not familiar with lifecycle methods.
Okay. So do you know any lifecycle methods earlier used in class-based component?
No, I have worked only in functional components.
Okay, functional components. Okay. So how can you pass data from a child component to a parent component?
Sure. So,
Your voice is breaking.
with the help of state variable, can you hear now?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yes. So with the help of state, use state, we can do that. So we declare that a variable for use state and just sending the value from child component. It can be no. I mean, when the change affects, it will also be transferred to the parent.
Okay.
Yes.
So have you used fragments?
No. Like, what do you mean by fragments?
Yeah, fragments in React.js.
No, I haven't used.
Okay, no issue. So if my UI is rendering too frequently, so how can you reduce it?
So it's like re-rendering often.
Yes, more often.
Okay, I haven't come across that kind of scenarios, so I might like check it.
Have you ever used memo function?
No,
Okay. So you have not heard about you've never used?
no, I haven't.
Okay. So have you used reducer? It has
Reducer.
reducer in Redux.
No, I haven't worked with Redux.
Okay. So have you so have you used any state management libraries? What do you use for state management?
I haven't actually used any state management.
Okay. So can you tell me like difference between a stateful and stateless component in React?
Okay, so stateless components are like where the component doesn't have any state variables like that can be manipulated, and the other one is like that has a state components where changing the value of the state component will also cause the component to re-render.
Okay. So have you used
Yes.
any stateful component?
Uh, Actually, like I told, like I have been only worked on support project.
Okay.
So most of the times it would be just to change a few steps.
Okay, got it. So how you debug for React in a React project? How you debug?
It's through the browser, and sometimes mostly it's through browser.
Okay. So there is a specific debug tool for React also. Have you used that?
No.
Okay. So can you tell me what is state in React.js?
Sure. So you state that one you're asking?
State. Props and states.
No. So,
Have you heard about props and states? Props.
yeah, I have heard about props.
Similarly for
State.
yeah. Set state. Have you not heard about state? Earlier?
I haven't worked with class components,
Yeah.
so.
So no, even functional component there is also states. So how you change states? How you state data for state?
Okay, I haven't worked with set state. Only used use state.
That use state only, using use state only you will define. Okay, fine.
Yeah. So with the help of use state, we can change the value like const use in a square bracket. We will say set name comma set name like that.
Okay. So what is that? Have you heard about a higher order function?
Yes.
What is a higher order function?
Yeah. So higher order function is like when
Sorry,
we are trying to get a value
so
like
it is
from
sorry, one second. It is higher order component. Yeah, higher order component.
higher order component. Yeah. Yes. So when we are trying to like get a value from say from API, I'm getting set of data and I'm using it to using it in a state variable or I'm setting it there, and it won't be like immediately rendered in our component, which we can directly render it. So what we will do is we will pass it to another component. There we'll pass it down as a value and get it rendered, and then we will display it. This is called as higher order function.
Okay. Do you know what is a pure component?
No.
Okay. So so you have you used have you heard about ECMAScript ES6?
Yes. Yeah.
So what are the different methods of ES6 you've used?
So map filter.
Have you used arrow function?
That is the method you're asking.
Yeah. Have you used arrow function?
Yes.
What is arrow function?
From the code that I shared you, what I did. So with the help of equal to and greater than symbol, we represent it. So it can also be used along like an anonymous function.
Yeah. What is the advantage of arrow function as compared to normal function?
They are small in size, and they can be used to return the values I mean, I'm not sure how to put you don't need to declare, like, say it's a function with a function keyword, and we can just directly say assign it to a constant variable name equal to and call it as a function. And we can also use it inside an object like that.
Okay. So have you used any have you used spread operator?
Yes.
Can you tell me what?
So spread operator. Sure. So spread operator is like when we are having say we have an array of three, a size of 3, and we have another 2 values that we want to store in another array. So we can use this to spread the values. Say if you are in a function, we have 2 parameters, and we might also get more values. Then we can declare all the other values that I might get after the first 2. I need it to be in an array. We can just use that spread operator there also.
Okay. So can you tell me difference between let, const, and where, and where you will use? Which scenario you will use this let?
Sure.
Which scenario
So const. Yeah. So const is like a constant value which might not change, which will not change, which should not be changed throughout our function, throughout the action. And variable is when variable and let also are similar manner. We don't need to define which kind of data type the variable will be, but we use it in general. But where and let, no, they have the cons. I mean, like let will have they can be hoisted. It will be hoisted in it will be taken up, right? So that is the difference between let and where.
Okay. So, do you know what is a promise?
Yeah. So when we are using async await, a promise will be returned. So it will have three states: uh, pending, fulfilled, and I mean like process processing.
Okay. So, can you write a promise? Can you share your screen and write a promise?
Okay. So if I print name, usually if here we only have hello, so it will first print sooner. So if we have multiple things to continue, or like we have a lot time, it will take to process. First, it will return as uh, like a promise.
Mhm. So can you, that's a basic, can you write a promise, how you have to write a promise and return? Let consider if I'll ask you to uh, write a promise which returns some value.
Actually, I haven't done that.
Okay. So in backend you are comfortable with Node.js, right?
Yes.
Okay. So so do you know the REPL concept in Node.js?
Sorry, Are?
REPL. What is the
No.
concept called REPL?
This is on REPL.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So do we know what is callback hell in Node.js?
Yes. So callback L is like when we are having multiple callbacks within a callback, it will create an callback head,
Okay.
like a function calling multiple callbacks.
Okay. So Node.js is like multi-threaded or single-threaded?
It is single threaded because it has an, I mean, it has a queue stack where no, when we are having multiple values, what it will do is like multiple functions or multiple things to call. What it will do is it will pass those along the stack. So it will go next line, and what it will do is once the result come back from the queue stack, then it will publish those also.
Okay. So so it is a single thread you're telling, right?
Yeah.
So how it will handle all the like heavy operations like database operation and all the things? If it is single threaded, then it will be too much delay, right?
Uh, that's why we have an stack, right? So what it will do is say I'm having a 10 request, and the first request might take a long, so it will just wait for that result. It won't wait for that result. I mean, like it will pass on to next one and execute that. So while this one is processing, it
yeah,
will
yeah,
be in.
yeah. You told it will pass on to next one, right? But that past one is
Yeah.
under processing. So it is a single thread. That one thread can process at a time one thing. So then how it can skip that
Oh,
and it can process other, right?
yes. Sorry, then it's multi.
So it is multi-thread.
Actually, I'm just confused with the term now.
Yeah, no problem. So just think.
And now
So then,
I'm not sure
yeah.
actually.
So then how this blocking and IO operations are done in Node.js? Have you ever?
Uh, no, actually, I haven't heard.
Okay. Okay. So what you have written REST API using Node.js?
Yeah.
Okay, what are the different type of REST API you've written?
HTTP methods are like get, put, post, delete.
Okay. So what is the library you used for the writing this REST API?
Uh,
Use a simple
Express.
HTTP?
HTTP, yeah, Express only I use.
Express, okay.
Yeah.
So what is the advantage of Express over HTTP?
I'm not sure actually. Sorry.
No problem. So Prometheus, you told you are not aware of Prometheus, right?
Yes.
What are the different modules of Node.js?
Modules?
Yeah, different modules in Node.js.
No, I'm not. I didn't get that.
Do you know different modules inside Node.js?
No.
Okay, no problem. How can you call another another REST API, which is a third-party REST API from your Node.js API?
Okay. I think we might need a middleware.
Why
that,
you need middleware? Directly you can call it, right? What is
yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
So as you told, you need a middleware. You told a middleware. What is the middleware in Node.js?
So middleware is like a binding thing. So what it will do is like say for course origin, we will need that as a middleware because it will say if we can proceed.
Course origin is different and middleware is different. So
yeah, like I mean like okay. So I work like try to use bcrypt as a middleware like for encrypting and our user password like that. So that is a middleware. Like what it will do is has the permission or not. So what it will do is first it is the first step. So once it will confirm if the user is okay to for the made request, he can see the valid person to make this request. It will check and then it will say next. So based on that only, the next process will start. So that's middle.
Okay. So what is event loop in Node.js?
Event loop.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. So what is the difference between a put request and post request?
Yes. So post is like when you send some information, like it is like I mean not update. So put is the one where you update the value, and post is to like change the entire value, maybe like remove that entire from the database and post it.
Okay. So like what database you've used?
I worked with MongoDB.
MongoDB. So how you connect a MongoDB from Node.js?
Like creating a connection using Mongo URL.
Is there any directly you cannot connect? Is there any library you use, external library to connect to MongoDB?
Mongoose is there, but I haven't worked with those.
Okay, then how without Mongoose, so how you connect?
Without Mongoose, like we just create a client like for connection from Express itself.
Okay. Okay. So MongoDB uses Bison, correct?
Yes.
So what is like how Bison is different as compared to JSON?
So it's like a binary. I'm not sure about the term, but it will have an object ID. So underscore